Good day, Miss Helena. I will be introducing the company we chose, which is Nvidia. I will be representing the Chief Executive Officer. Yvonne will be the Chief Financial Officer. Raiden will be the Chief Marketing Officer, and Anson will be the Chief People Officer. So Nvidia is a global leader in artificial intelligence, hardware, software, from edge to cloud computing, and expand its presence in the gaming industry. However, a global leading company also faces a lot of problems. So one of the problems is market value slip. Next is graphic card sales price increase, manufacture less production cost and inflation. Lastly, employee experience increased stress, so it causes workforce productivity suffer. So for the objective, as the Chief Executive Officer, I'm responsible for managing a company's overall operation. This may include delegating and directing agenda, driving profitability, managing company organizational structure, strategy, and communicating with the board. The objective for finance department is to increase the budget for worker and retaining program, research and development to produce more graphic card. For the marketing department is to attract the interest of the community by penetrating pricing strategy, decrease the inflation of graphic card price. Lastly, for the HR department is to organize and maintain staff, scout for new talent, and financial compensation paid to the employees. So this will be our problem identification, which will be shown in the fishbone diagram. As you can see, for the finance department, the problem is market value slip. Next, for the marketing department is graphic card sales price increase and inflation of the market. Lastly, for the HR department is that the employee performance decrease because of stress causing the productivity decrease. Next is the SWOT analysis for the company. For the strength of the company, we have high free cash flow margin, strong financial performance, new market stream, and strong market position. But the weakness are high employee turnover ratio and centralization. For the opportunity part is that there are an increase in the use of gaming console, and Nvidia is improving its digital presence. Lastly, for the threat are foreign currency exchange, intense competition, rivalry pricing, innovation, and the need to avoid customers switching to rivals' product. For the last part of my presentation is the pastel analysis. For the political factor is importance of local government in US and regulatory practice. For the economy factor will be the skill level of workforce in US market and the ability of core infrastructure in US. Lastly, for the technology factor will be lowering cost of production, technology innovation, and virtual meeting improve. Now I will pass to Yvonne, which is the Chief Financial Officer, to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Chloe. As the CFO of Nvidia, the problem statement is market value slip in pre-market trading after COVID-19 lockdown weighed on its sales forecast. The objective is to increase the budget for worker and retraining programs. Next is to increase the budget for R&D in order to produce and output more graphic cards due to the high demand for GPU. Limitation on people's movement are also affecting supply logistics and demand for our product in the gaming sector. The strength of our company is to have high free cash flow margin and strong financial performance. The company's free cash flow for Q2 was 2.48 billion, which was much higher than last quarter. Our company also recorded remarkable financial result in the recent past. The first quarter of 2021 recorded an 84% jump in revenue from a year earlier. The threat that we are currently facing is foreign currency exchange, with that market centered in Asia. The increase in strength of US dollar has rendered our company's product more expensive in that region. Stable profitability has increased the number of players in the industry, which also has an huge impact on the overall sales. The first solution proposed is budget preparation critical to expansion, such as staff training and asset procurement. The score for this solution is 2520 and the result is a yes. The second solution is implementation of inventory management system. Effective inventory management can also lead to better financial performance, which they measure by considering gross and operating profits. The score for this is 1120 and the result is a no. And lastly, the third solution is to develop realistic forecast or projection. It helps the company to aim towards a more optimistic higher projection. The score for this is 1960. The result is a maybe. That's all from me, and now I will pass it on to Raiden.
Okay, thank you, Yuan. So I'll be presenting my part as the CMO, and I'll start off with the problem statement. So one of the problems that is being faced by Nvidia in terms of marketing is that customers' expectation could not be fulfilled due to the lack of product availability. So this will have a major impact on the company's brand. As, for example, when the company announces and markets the new product, customers will try their best to get hand of this new product, and when the customers is not able to, and when company is not able to deliver the customers on the day of purchase, the customers will have thoughts in mind that Nvidia is not able to fulfill the customer wants and needs, hence will lower their faith in the company brand, hence will lead customer to choose other brands instead, for example AMD. So that's for the second problem is that during this pandemic, the corporation manufacturer produce less, causing the inflation of GPU to increase in price throughout the world. So next we have the objective. So one of the ways how Nvidia can improve in terms of marketing is by attracting interest of the community by informing them the new production numbers, and also the decrement of price by using penetration price strategy. So penetration price strategy is a strategy used by businesses to attract the customers to the product by lowering the price, and by lowering the price it will help the product to penetrate the market, hence attract the customers away from the competitor. Next we have is by decreasing the inflation of graphics card price by producing and outputting more graphics card to be delivered worldwide. Next we have the SWOT, so I'll be presenting about the strength and threats. So as for the strength, Nvidia has prioritized growth and development into new markets and has been proven profitable, allowing the firm to generate more revenue from the new market stream. Next we have a strong market position as well as well-known branding and also advertising. As for the threats, one of the threats is that rivalry pricing affecting the global market, and also the customer tastes are always changing, putting them pressure on the companies to make innovation and produce new items as quickly as possible. So next is the current issue. So one of the current issues being faced by Nvidia is the production of fake products, and this has been going on for a while during the global shortage of graphics card. So companies like this will take the initiative to produce and sell out all of the fake products under the brands of Nvidia. Hence, this will cause a huge impact on the Nvidia's brand image. And also we have the crypto mining issue affecting the global shortage. So one of the reasons why the global is facing a shortage of graphics card is because of this crypto mining community. So crypto mining community will purchase their products in a huge amount, hence will not give the chance for other customers to purchase the product, and this will lead to more demand for the customers that did not have the opportunity to get their hands on the new product. And lastly, we have the solution matrix. So one of the solution produced for Nvidia in terms of marketing is by, for the first one is encouraging customers to pre-orders their product in advance. The total score for this solution is 700 and the decision is maybe. Next, we have the increase of the marketing investment and product capacity. The score for the second solution is 1568 and the decision is a yes. And last is the increase of attractiveness of the product to attract interest of the customers. So the final score for the third solution is 144 and the decision is no. So that's all from my part. I'll pass it to Anson.
Hello, Miss Elena. I am Salim from Group 3. So today I'm going to explain my part as a Chief People Officer. So I'm going to start off with problem statement. So first problem statement is COVID-19 pandemic has causes 100% of Nvidia employees to experience increased stress from the survey. COVID-19 was interfering with the workers' employee sleeps, with 48% of reporting chronic insomnia since the outbreak has begun. Second problem is the workforce productivity suffers as a result of high workplace stress and low worker morale. Next is the objective. The first objective will be responsible for organizing and maintaining employee that is productive and free of toxicity. Next is the obligation to recognize the problems and select the best course of action and for resolving them if they develop. Next is gonna be in charge of actively scouting new talent for the organization. Next is the account for onboarding time and which segments of the company personnel require replenishment in order to stay up with employee attrition. Next is the SWOT analysis. I'm going to talk about weakness. First, I'm going to start off with the high employee turnover ratio. It has a high employee turnover ratio, which suggested that more people are departing and the company must spend more on training new employees. Next is next point is going to be a centralization. Decision making is highly centralized, and which means the top level management must approve all decisions. Next is opportunity. Increased use of gaming consoles. This represents a chance for Nvidia to produce the requirement quality and win the contracts for installation. Next is improve its digital presence. Nvidia is one of the world's leading gaming processor company. Nvidia should seize the opportunity of the rising digital era to strengthen its online relationship with customers through digital marketing methods. Next is I'm gonna talk about current issue. The first current issue will be Nvidia's decision making is so deliberate. It has difficult to answer to the rapid upstart competitor in the semiconductor industry dynamic environment. Next current issue is Nvidia has a quite higher rate of employee turnover. Next, I'm going to be talking about the solution matrix. The first solution will be encouraging employee to exercise on a daily basis, spend time after work with friends or a significant other, explore hobby, listen to music, and take vacation. With the score of 2,592, and the decision was a yes. Second solution is encouraging the employees to attend stress reduction webinar, wellness tips or programs, or yoga or meditation courses. With the score of 1,225, and the decision is a maybe. Next solution will be demonstrate to the staff that you are paying attention. Employees who believe they are being hurt at the work environment are more likely to be motivated. With the score of 960, and the decision was a no. And that's all for my part as a Chief People Officer, Thank you.